Hi, I'm Drake and I work for Octane AVL. So today we're going to be talking about patching. Now, you might think patching is not a big deal, just plug it in, make it work. But actually, this is the base for everyone's show. And in our case, this affects front of house, monitors, and our broadcast room. So patching everything here one to one according to how our input list is on our console, make sure that we're all talking the same language, and it speeds up troubleshooting if ever there's an issue. We're not figuring out who soft patched what to where. It's all hard patched here, and it makes everyone on the same page and work together way better. Now, usually the A1 comes up with an input list that he creates on a spreadsheet that shows drums and bass 1 through 12, electrics, keys, so on and so forth, in the order that he wants it to show up on his console. Then everyone gets that list. The monitor person, broadcast, the A2, anyone working with audio has that input sheet to reference so they know where they're plugging things in. Now, it's really important that you actually plug in what's on your stage in the right order according to that input list, so that way you're not soft patching in your software. Soft patching is the same as hard patching, except it's digital instead of actually physically plugging things in where they need to go. So to give you an example, we are using right now, this is our Digico stage rack, and this is our Patchmaster 60 made by Whirlwind. And this is a quick disconnect patch panel. So as you can see, it just has a multi-pin connector here, and this is our stage box, and it has a multi-pin connector here. And it's just one cable to run from this stage box back to the rack here. And the reason why we do that is it's very quick. We can put it wherever we want to. We're not locked down to a stage box that's built into the floor, so the drums always have to go there. The drums can be anywhere on the stage, and we just run the cable from this back to here, and we're good to go. The other beauty of this is if you're a portable church, this makes tear down and setup way faster because this stays patched at all times, and you're just plugging in this cable. So we always put a stage box with the drum kit, and we actually label it and keep the numbers as well. So we have kick, kick, snare, snare, tom, tom, hi-hats, overhead left and right, and then the bass along with it, because the bass is usually right next to the drums. And we place this wherever the drums are on the stage, run the cable back to here, and that's where our patching starts. So as you can see, we have our inputs here. Here's our drums, it's this section. Out of the back of this multi-pin comes these black XLRs here. Now, we can patch these XLRs into any input we want. This is our kick in, so if we wanted to, we could patch it into channel 40, but that wouldn't make any sense because the drums are actually at the beginning of the input list, starting with channel 1. So, as you can see, it's labeled channel 1 based off of the stage box, kick in, so we're gonna patch this into channel 1 of our stage rack. And so on and so forth, 1 through 10, and then adding the bass after that. And that actually puts it at the beginning of the chain that's on the console because he's setting up his console 1 to 1. Okay, another example of why we want to hard patch and how we're going to hard patch instead of soft patching on the console is, say you have an acoustic player and he's not leading, so he's not where he normally would be. He's in the back next to the drums or the keys. So we patch him into an extra channel. Now, the extra channel could be good, but we only have one acoustic, and that's that guy. So we want him to show up in the acoustic spot on the console, so all the processing and everything is ready to go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug him into the extra channel on the stage box over by the keys, and then we're actually going to patch that into the acoustic spot instead of changing it on the console. So that would be, we're gonna unpatch acoustic 1 right here, and we're gonna take our extra 4, which is this guy, and we're actually gonna plug it into that acoustic channel. Now, wherever he is on the stage, plugged into extra 4, is now actually showing up in acoustic 1 on our input list and on our console acoustic 1. So all the processing is the same. No one in the studio or no one at monitors also had to change anything. It's just showing up in the right spot and they can mix. This is really important to keep us all in the same language and all on the same page, and eliminates having to do crazy troubleshooting with who moved what where and what channel is it in now. This just fixes it all at the base. So to recap, we want a hard patch here on our split instead of soft patching in the software. Keeps everything cleaner, keeps everyone on your team on the same page, and I would highly recommend create an input list for yourself of how you want your channels laid out on your console, and everyone on your team gets that input list. So again, they're all speaking the same language and they know what goes where on your split.